Hey, it's Tom from Texas, and it's time for another Floppy Deep Dive. And today we're diving into another round of Nintendo versus Sega. Yep, we're going to be looking at the NES versus the Sega Master System. And that was its first system that we're going to be battling back and forth with the NES here. It was released a year after the NES came out, and the NES was really popular here in the US, but the Sega Master System was huge over in like Europe and down in Brazil, but not so much as the NES, who had control of the market here in the US. So I love my Commodore, but sometimes I love diving into these gaming consoles because I get to play games that I didn't get to play before. So go ahead, pull up a chair, grab a joystick, and let's get this party started. Boom. Ever wonder which version of Sonic was better, NES or SMS? Well, you're about to find out. On the NES, we have this unique version known as Samari. This bootleg game was the brainchild of Taiwan's Hummer team. It's Sonic, but not as you know him. Instead of Sega's Blue Blur, we got a mashup of Sonic and Super Mario. And while it tried to capture the essence of the original Sonic, it came with its own set of quirks. From expected slowdowns to being stuck into a ditch to just completely new level designs, the NES version was a wild ride. And let's not forget its popularity in Russia and China, where it even got published in magazine reviews. But it looks like Sonic had a little bit too much caffeine on the NES. And later, they did another version of took this game and added Sonic actually to it, removed Super Mario, and this one actually plays a lot better and was much better received, and you didn't get stuck down in the ditch like you did in Samari. Now on the other side, we have the Sega Master System's official Sonic adaptation, released in 1991, and this game was a visual treat for 8-bit standards. With catchy tunes and hidden Chaos Emeralds, it offered a unique Sonic experience. And while the NES version was a bootleg conversion of the Mega Drive Sonic, the SMS game was its own beast. Original level designs, hidden emeralds, and that classic Sonic charm made it standout title for the Sega 8-bit console. So, NES versus SMS. Is there really any question here which one reigns supreme? The NES offers a fascinating glimpse into like bootleg gaming history, but the SMS delivers an authentic Sonic experience tailored for 8-bit glory. But I want to hear from you. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And whether you're a fan of the bootleg curiosity or the official classics, there's no denying the impact Sonic had across platforms. But for one thing's for sure, no matter where he runs, Sonic's legacy is truly timeless. And if you're enjoying this retro ride, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more. Let's move on to the next one. Next up, we're diving deep into the colorful world of Fantasy Zone to see which version takes the crown. Released by Sega, Fantasy Zone graced both the NES and the SMS, but which version truly captured the essence of this whimsical shooter? On the NES, we had the vibrant side-scrolling action that many of us remember fondly. The colors pop, the enemies are quirky, and our ships, the Opa Opa, zips around with ease. And over on the SMS, the graphics are sharper with slightly faster pace. Opa Opa's adventures that feel a tad more challenging here, testing the skills of even the most seasoned gamers. When it comes to sound, the NES version of Fantasy Zone boasts rich compositions, making the SMS version seem a bit teeny in comparison. But hey, some say the SMS hits those high notes just right. Our friends on the YouTube have dissected every pixel and note, from detailed version comparison to deep dives in the 8-bit home console releases. The community's torn over it. Even on Reddit, fans debate the nuances. Some praise the NES for its color choices and balanced difficulty, while others lean towards the SMS for its technical prowess. So, which version of Fantasy Zone reigns supreme? Drumroll please! While both versions have their merits, the NES version with its vibrant colors and memorable sound and balanced gameplay narrowly takes the crown. But remember, in the world of retro gaming, it's all about personal preference. So pick up a controller and decide for yourself. So let's move on to the next classic game. In the 8-bit era, two gaming giants clashed in the shadows. It's the battle of Shinobi, NES versus SMS. And in the blue corner representing Nintendo, we have the NES version of Shinobi with its iconic chiptune music and pixelated charm. It's a direct port of the SMS game. And in the red corner representing Sega, the original Sega Master System version, boasting vibrant graphics and a soundtrack that'll make you feel like a true ninja. And at first glance, both games might seem identical, but any true gamer knows the devil's in the details. The NES version, while staying true to its SMS counterpart, has subtle downgrades, missing door handles, less detailed windows. It's the little things that count. And the SMS version, on the other hand, shines in its attention to detail, from intricate backgrounds to smoother animation. It's clear Sega put a lot of love into this one. And fans on Reddit have been debating this again for years, which version reigns supreme. And YouTubers are also compared this game many times. And the consensus, well, it's a tough call. But after analyzing and comparing and ninja flipping through both versions, we have a winner. The Sega Master System takes the trophy with its superior graphics, detailed designs, and authentic ninja vibe. It's the ultimate Shinobi experience. But hey, whether you're Team NES or Team SMS, one thing's for sure. Shinobi's a timeless classic that deserves a spot in every gamer's heart. So let's keep gaming and move on to the next one. So let's keep this battle going. In the blue corner, hailing from the world of Nintendo, we have RoboCop versus the Terminator for the NES. And in the red corner, representing the Sega Master System, its arch nemesis, RoboCop versus the Terminator for the SMS. And the NES version was an unreleased gem, boasting smooth controls and no-hit challenge for those daring enough. Its graphics were limited by the NES's capabilities, but they're detailed and capture the essence of both the iconic characters. And on the other hand, the SMS version, while sharing the same title, offers a different experience with slightly more detailed graphics and dynamic gameplay. It's a treat for Sega enthusiasts. The story, a thrilling tale of two universes colliding as RoboCop and Terminator cross paths in a battle for the ages. And critics have praised both versions, the NES for its challenging gameplay and the SMS for its unique take on the crossover. But what sets them apart? While the NES version is more linear, focusing on straightforward action, the SMS version offers a bit more depth and varied levels and a slightly different storyline. And the NES might have RoboCop shooting in all directions, but the SMS brings in the bosses from the Terminator range, adding an extra layer of challenge. So which is the ultimate winner in this epic showdown? While both games have their merits, if we had to pick one, the Sega Master System version takes the crown with its slightly superior graphics and more varied gameplay. It edges out the NES just by a bit. But remember, in the world of retro gaming, it's all about personal preference. So whether you're Team NES or Team SMS, there's no denying that RoboCop versus the Terminator is a classic worth playing. So now on to the next classic game. Ah, the 80s, a time of neon, mullets, and Paperboys? That's right, next we're diving deep into the world of Paperboy, a game that took a simple task of delivering newspapers and turned it into an epic adventure. But which version delivered the best experience? NES or SMS? On the NES, Paperboy had the players weaving through suburban streets, dodging everything from runaway lawnmowers to tornadoes? Talk about occupational hazards. Memories of the streets many grew up on come flooding back every time you fire up this version. Over on the Sega Master System, the game looks sharper, with more vibrant colors, painting the suburban chaos. And it reminds me of the days of going with my brother on his paper route when I was a kid. Just brings back good memories. Both versions had their quirks, whether it was a relentless dog chase or an oddly aggressive car. Delivering papers was no walk in the park. But which version truly stands out? From a visual standpoint, the SMS edges out with slightly better graphics, but the NES version has this iconic charm and sound effects that many fondly remember. So which version takes the crown in the Paper Route Showdown? By a narrow margin, the winner is the Sega Master System. With its sharper graphics and vibrant colors, it delivers a slightly better experience. But let's be honest, no matter which version you played, you're in for a wild ride. And thanks for watching this far on this video, but let's keep it rolling. We're not done yet. On to another classic. Now we're diving deep into the world of Rampage, the city-smashing arcade classic that made its way to both the NES and the Sega Master System. But which version reigns supreme? Let's find out. On the NES, Rampage introduced players to George and Lizzie, two monstrous creatures with the penchant for destruction. The pixelated graphics and the nostalgic might remind some of the Atari days. Climbing buildings felt smoother, but visually, well, let's just say it's a bit blocky. Now let's switch over to the Sega Master System, and it's like stepping into Technicolor dream. The graphics are vibrant with detailed monsters and cities, and guess what? You get an extra monster, Ralph, to join in the chaos. The audio? Spot on 8-bit goodness. The controls might feel a tad clunky, especially when climbing, but the visuals more than make up for it. And side by side, it's clear the Master System offers a richer, more colorful experience, but the NES counters with its intuitive controls. It's a tough call, and many have ventured into this debate, but if I had to pick a winner, again, I would go with the SMS. At its core, Rampage is about wreaking havoc, eating unsuspecting citizens, and taking down buildings. And whether you're Team NES or Team SMS, one thing's for sure, Rampage is a timeless classic that brings out the monster in all of us. So which side were you on, NES or SMS? Let the Rampage rivalry continue, and let's move on to the last classic game. When it comes to the iconic game Asterix, the rivalry heats up. Let's dive into the pixelated past and see which console truly delivers the best Asterix experience. On the NES, our beloved warrior Asterix embarked on a vibrant adventure, but some say it was a tad subdued, the animation smooth, the gameplay classic, but when it comes to color and presentation, some felt it lacked a certain je ne sais quoi. Now, enter the Sega Master System, brighter, bolder, and some might even say better. The character appeared larger, more colorful, and the world felt alive with moving objects and vivid hues. The SMS version seems to capture the essence of the French comic book series with a certain panache. And when playing side by side, the differences are clear. The NES might have had its charm, but the SMS had the charisma. The animation on both were similar, but the SMS characters had that extra pop that made them stand out. Critics and gamers alike have weighed in. Some praise the SMS version, noting its significance in the Asterix video game series. Others highlighted the noticeable differences when the two versions are played side by side. And the folks at the Atari Age forums, they were all talking about the superior graphics of the SMS. So which version takes the crown? Drum roll, please. Boom. The Sega Master System, with its vibrant graphics, dynamic gameplay, and true to comic feel, it's the clear winner in this retro showdown. Sorry, NES, you put up a good fight, but this round goes to SMS. But hey, no matter which side you're on, we all can agree, Asterix, a timeless classic that's left an indelible mark on the world of gaming. Game on. So let's move on. So that's a wrap, folks, on the SMS and the NES. Now you tell me about these games. Did you play them? Which system did you play them on? And now looking at these side by side, which one did you think the best? Put it all down in the comments. Love to hear from you. You comment to me. I always try to comment back to you guys. Shout out to all my patrons. And until next time, stay curious, stay creative, and keep retro gaming.